Hi guys, welcome to another episode, and you can see a bright smile on my face. That's because we're shifting gears and going to talk about one of my favorite topics. That's going to be dividend investing. We talked about M1 finance, robo finance. I'm not a huge I'm not really diving deep into the investing, but I can understand the basics. So that if you understand the basics, you can go for dividend investing. I love it. When it comes to M1 finance, I'm all over it. So we're going to talk about the reason why you see a bright smile on my face is because we're going to talk about mainly the benefits or the, well, I would say, yeah, the benefits of the dividend investing versus treasury bonds investing. And Venkat will talk you through the difference. And right now, the yield, the treasury bond yield is less than 1%. But compared to that, dividend stocks, he will go through some of the companies that you might be wanting, you might be thinking of investing and you might want to invest in, because it gives more interest than the treasury bond investing. But of course, everyone has different styles, different risk appetite, and you can obviously mix and match and choose your path. But we are going to talk, so Venkat will walk you through what you should be doing in these trying times. uh, what kind of a recommendation, obviously it's up to you based on your viewpoint, but he's going to walk us through about these two things. And I'm so excited to hear what you have to say on this, Venkat.
That's right. Like, for example, I just give you an example. With the high yield dividend stocks, just the AT&T, right? If you put $1 million in there, every year you get $72,000
And why is
plus the
it?
dividend.
Because AT&T gives you 7.2% yield.
Exactly, right. 7.25% yield on AT&T stocks on top of the stock growth. That is what the dividend stock is all about. We are trying to compare with the 10-year treasury bonds, because if you know all this real estate, the mortgage rates and everything is based on that. It's less than 1%. That's why the mortgage rates are very low. But even during this time, think about who is giving you high yield dividends, right? Even if you go for American Express, high yield savings, or Ally Bank, or some other banks, right? 0.6%. That is the high yield savings you'd get for your $1 million. So for the $1 million, the $6,000 you would get if you put $1 million there, you would get $6,000 instead of $72,000 with AT&T, right? That is the beauty of it. That's why, like, we recommend, we're going to recommend few of these, but it's up to you guys. Like Randy said, right? It's like I'm investing a little bit of it in the dividend stocks. A lot of people actually living off of dividend stocks. Just have like a 30 dividend stocks or 50 dividend stocks. They put all the money over there, and they get like 5%, 6%, 7%, yeah, interest on there, right? On top of the stock growth.
Yeah, on top of the stock growth. And imagine, guys, you don't have to have necessarily 1 million, because if you have 1 million, of course, you'll get 72,000. That's great. But imagine even if you have 100,000, right? Or let's say 100,000, ballpark figure, $100,000 invested in AT&T right at this point, 7.2%. That's still $720. Is that right?
No, 7,200. Yeah, $7,200.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, 7,000. And that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
exactly.
you don't have to have 1 million. If you have 1 million, that's great, but it's a different story. But the point here that we want to send across is it's 7.2. If you're on M1 Finance, go and focus on AT&T at this point, and Venkat is ready to go through some other companies as well.
Right. Yeah, we are talking about all the dividend aristocrats. Dividend aristocrats companies, blue chip companies, are the companies like S&P 500. If you do the top 500 companies in the US, right? Out of that, they have been paying like a dividend for the last 25 years continuously. Like some companies, they cut down dividends. They reduce dividends. They even remove the dividends option, like Disney did, right? That's why, like, the one that we are giving here, like all these are above 5% dividend rates,
Yeah.
and also the dividend aristocrats. The next one is the IBM is the computer company. Everybody knows that, right? It gives almost more than 5%, 5.22%, right? That's also a great thing. Like the IBM will be there. IBM has a lot of software going on. You can invest that a little bit of money, like maybe $1,000, $2,000 every month, if you can put on all these dividend stocks, that will be very good for you in the future, because the dividend coming in, you can reinvest in there. So it's very useful that way. And the next two I'm gonna talk about is the the gas companies like Exxon Mobil, Chevron. Those are the top two in the world, right? Exxon Mobil actually gives I think it's a top one, right? 9.5% dividend. Think about it. For $1 million, if you have it, you would get
Don't
$95,000,
even say
almost
it.
10%.
Don't even say it. I'm gonna jump through the window right now.
Yeah, nobody would give that. Even with the developing countries, their
Yeah.
interest rates are close to that. That's a great dividend. And Chevron is a little lower, 6.33%. And then the two tobacco companies also very high. I don't know why, but like Altria Group. I don't know if you know Phillip Morris International. That's in Richmond, capital, right? In Richmond. Philip Morris International is a spun off from the Altria Group. Altria Group is a bigger company, is a tobacco company too. It has a tobacco part of it, and then it gives 8.7% dividend. That's also really high. And then Philip Morris International is the one that they spun off from Altria Group, and to sell in international outside US. I think they sell it in 180 countries, the tobacco products. So they're getting very good dividend rate, like 6.5%. So those are like some of the companies: AT&T, IBM, Exxon Mobil, Chevron, Altria Group, Philip Morris International. Those are like above 5%. You can focus on, put some money into it, $100, $200 every month if you can. You're gonna get that much dividend.
And Venkat, I'm not sure what the share price is for IBM, Exxon, Chevron, Altria, and Phillip at this point, but I know for a fact AT&T is now only 23 or 20, somewhere in the 20,
28, yeah, around 27, 28.
28, and this is the perfect time, guys. But if you're if you're willing to take a little bit of risk, little bit, not a whole lot. If you're willing to take a little bit of risk, go for it. Of course, you have other low risk investments, like you were going to mention about the treasury bond, which is only yielding giving you less than 1%. But imagine, guys, imagine what the numbers Venkat said. If you had 100,000 or even $1 million, if you had 1 million invested in AT&T at this point, you're getting 72 grand right at this point. And you don't even have to have 1 million. If you have 100,000, still you're getting 7,200, guys. If you're willing to take a little bit of risk, this is the time to invest on these companies. But again, don't take our word just as it is. Do your research, because we all know the stock market is always volatile. But that's the difference between dividend stock investing versus a treasury bond investing, which is more secure.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Like I think you, instead of leaving your money in the checking account or even savings account, not the high yield savings account, but regular savings account, you're not going to get. You probably will get penny out of your hundred
Yeah,
thousand
and
dollar.
even with high yield savings account, I don't think it's going to get anywhere closer to what you
No,
just.
yeah, it's like I said, I think $600, right? You would get $600 for
Yeah.
$100,000, so that's nothing. So yeah, hopefully you guys got the picture out of this. Like if you wanted to multiply your money, this is one way. It's not the only way, but there are
Yeah.
multiple ways you
Oh
can.
yeah, absolutely.
This is just one way, but if you focus on this, people are survived on this. Like they use this without they quit their job because of they have a goal like $100,000, $200,000. I wanted to have like $200,000 dividend stocks.
Yeah.
And then they get around $20,000 a year out of that, $30,000 a year. That is good enough for some of those folks to live off. They may have additional income coming in, but think about it. Just put park the $200,000 somewhere in this stocks, right? And then you're going to get like $30,000 a year. That is a great thing, right?
Yeah.
Doing nothing.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys. Bye.